Hey everyone, for the video the other day on solving word problems using algebra, I used the technique of the simultaneous equations, and just assumed you knew how to do that. So what I want to do quickly is a short video just how to solve equations simultaneously using the elimination method. So this method is best for equations that are in this form, right? Ax plus by equals c. An example is this equation 2x plus 3y equals 12. So any form that has like an x term plus a y term equals a number, the elimination method works best. Okay? So what simultaneous equations are, as you can see, is we have two equations in two unknowns, right? One equation is not enough to solve this because we've got two unknowns, so we can't solve it, so we need another equation. So basically, how many unknowns you have is how many equations you need. So three unknowns would need three equations, but that's a bit more advanced. We're just going to stick to two. So I've broken down the process of how to solve these equations simultaneously. Now, this seems like a complicated process, but once you understand the process, it will become really straightforward. So the first thing you want to do is make sure each equation is in ax plus bx equals c form, right? Which these are, alright? So these are already in the form. If one of these numbers was over here, I would bring it over there, and vice versa, right? It really works best if it's in this form, you'll see why. And we're going to label each equation. We'll see why that's good. So I'm going to label this equation 1 and this equation 2. So now how elimination method works is we want to eliminate one of the variables by adding or subtracting the equations. So the way we do that is we're going to compare the coefficients of both x and y terms in each equation and work out the term that has the lowest common multiple. So if you look at the x's, we've got 2 and 5. So the lowest common multiple here is 10, right, between 2 and 5. And here we've got 3 and 2. Don't worry about the minus, because the minus comes into play with adding and subtracting. We're just worrying about the numbers. 2 and 3, the LCM is 6. So that's smaller, right? We want the term that has the smaller lowest common. I should actually write here this smaller lowest common multiple. Right? Because what we're going to do now is we're going to multiply each equation by a number that will create this LCM. So to get 3 to 6, I will multiply equation 1 by 2. So I'm actually going to write that. So if I multiply by 2, you times each number by 2. So this is still equation 1. It's the same as equation 1, it's just different numbers. It doesn't matter about labeling. And now to get 2 to 6, I'll have to multiply equation 2 by 3. So multiply that by 3. That by 3. And that by 3. Alright. So next step. Once we've got the coefficients with the same LCM, we're going to either add or subtract the equations to eliminate that variable. So you notice here, I have 6y and negative 6y. So if I add these equations, these go away, that's 0, and that's good, that's gone. If this was a plus, I would subtract. So what I'll do is I'll just add the equations. So when we're adding like terms. So 4x and 15x becomes 19x. 6y with negative 6y is 0, it's gone. 24 with 33 is 57. So now you notice this is a really straightforward equation. 9x equals 57, x equals 3. We just divide by 19 to get 3. So after that's done, this is step 5. Actually, why don't I just label here step 1. Here was step 2. This was step 3. This was step 4. We just finished step 5. So lastly, once we've found one variable, we need to find the other. So we're going to sub that variable into one of the original equations to find y now. So normally I would pick the equation that has the smaller numbers, so 2 and 3 is smaller than 5 and 2. So it's 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 3y equals 12. So let me just make a note. We sub into 1. So it's always really good to write what you're doing at each step in terms of the equation symbol, just to really demonstrate to the exam marker you know what you're doing. So now to solve this, I would subtract 6 and then divide by 3. And those are the two solutions to both these equations. So what you can do, if you're not sure these are right, is you just sub x equals 3 and 2 and y equals 2 into here, and you'll see that they are right. Now if they're wrong, so if they don't satisfy, if they don't equal 12 or 11, that means you've made a mistake somewhere. So that's a good indicator that you've made a mistake somewhere and you need to go check that. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this short video on how to solve simultaneous equations using the elimination method. This is like a year 9 level type question or for an advanced year 8 student. So be sure to like, comment and subscribe to this channel to get more awesome tutorials. Also share with your friends so they can learn, and make sure to leave comments on what you want to see in the future. Alright, till next time.